The first thing to call out with respect to pitfalls of win-back campaigns is businesses applying a one-size-fits-all solution to churn. There are myriad ways for any business, myriad reasons that a customer might decide to reduce the amount of engagement and enter a churn state. And the correct strategy for re-engaging those individuals is probably going to depend understanding why they left in the first place. And if I am a marketer and I don't spend enough time working through the sort of analysis and insight process, then I'll end up delivering content to people that's not relevant to them. And ultimately, when it comes to those metrics, it's not going to be as successful. So I think that that's the first thing. Really, any win-back or reactivation campaign starts with understanding the source of churn in the first place. And oftentimes, a business will be excited about trying to re-engage churned customers and throw incentives and discounts their way and spend a lot of money. And ultimately, those efforts won't be as successful because they didn't rest on the foundation of really understanding the source of churn in the first place. So I think that's probably the biggest and most important call out here. Another one we talked about a little bit is just over engagement. I think you can really, we live in a hyper connected world and we're constantly, as an individual, I'm sure, everyone can relate to their email, getting 500 emails a day and their promotions, whatever it is, and not engaging or getting overwhelmed and fed up by it. I know there are a few businesses I interact with that I wish they didn't, pester me so much. It's a huge thing to keep in mind, and it takes a really somewhat sophisticated marketing organization to have all the infrastructure in place to monitor what's working, what's not working, and then actually implement the right governance and controls and rein in their creative marketing spirit such that the outreach that they are making and the choices that they're making of where they do spend those marketing dollars are really effective and working well. Lastly, just misallocation of resources. And this goes back to measurement and all of it. It's all tied together pretty strongly, but it's important not only to understand why people are churning, but what is the value of bringing those people back into your business. Any customer that left, as I said before, you're going to have a lot of information about them, about how they engaged with your business previously, other, demographic, regional information. And all of that is going to inform the value of that customer as a former customer and as a potential future customer. And being able to tailor the outreach that you're making to focus heavily on pulling back in customers that are more likely to enter a higher value state and ultimately contribute more to your business is an important part of these campaigns.